Welcome to another episode of Chattin. It's your boy Bettis here, my boy Gene.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna dive into some interesting topics today. Let's get it going.
Yes, first topic. Let's talk about money and mental health. Coping with financial stress, overcoming survival made thinking, and advice that we can give. So what are some things that, the modern day young dude, millennial is stressing about, and, what are some things that you feel like can help coping?
The number one thing I'll probably say the millennium kids today are stressing about is what we talked about in a previous episode with instant gratification. More so just like what they see on Instagram, thinking that it's reality when it's really not. As far as coping with it, I would more so say, first things first, you gotta know yourself. Like, you gotta learn yourself, who you are as a person, as an individual, as an adult, before you can actually apply anything to the stress. You know what I mean? What I'm saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta know who you are, what your goals are, and what you're trying to do in life. Which obviously is easier said than done because, there's still people in their 40s, 50s, 60s still trying to figure themselves out. So, I mean, that's
facts.
It's an interesting question, actually, that still trying to figure out ourselves.
So what are some things that you feel like you've been helping, or like,
one thing I would probably say that's been helping me personally is, thinking of the positives in life. You know what I mean? Just like the fact that, woke up this morning.
Being content in moments, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely worse situations that you could be in. The fact that, like I just said, that you get to wake up, we're healthy, we're not living in poverty, not living in Haiti.
Damn.
Not only Haiti, but I use Haiti as an example because I'm Haitian.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, like Africa, all the places where, like there's poverty in India and all the Spanish 100%. Countries too. I'm just saying Haiti because I'm Haitian.
No, facts.
Yeah, I know it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that sometimes makes me feel more positive about, what the stress that I go through. That there's people in way worse situations, I don't know if that's a good thing to think that way. Do you think that's a good thing to think that way? I mean...
Well, I think I read a stat that was like making $30,000 US a year. You're in like the top 5% of earnings in the world. Some crazy shit like that. Like, it's crazy. So $30,000 a year is like hella bread, actually.
3,000? How much?
$30,000 a year. Yeah, it's like top 5% earnings in the world.
Which doesn't make any sense. But I feel like $30K don't really get you much today, though.
In the U.S. I'm talking about the world.
Oh, the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're putting all the places that I just mentioned that are in poverty into play.
Exactly. Yeah. Even countries in Europe, some countries in Europe, $30,000 is pretty clean, bro.
30 sounds crazy.
I think most countries in Europe, $30,000 is clean. I think even a great salary, because obviously it's different systems. Not everybody's like a capitalist system like ours, but like people in England don't get paid that much money. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to go off. I don't want to go on a tangent.
No, I feel it.
But yeah, I just want to piggyback on what you were saying, man. Everything you're saying, bro, is just like you mentioned before when we were off camera. We're in a rat race, bro.
Just working, every day working so hard just to pay bills. I mean, and the more successful you become, I feel like the bigger the rat race is because your lifestyle inflation now. You know what I mean? You get a raise at work and you want to treat yourself. Now you buy yourself a better car or a bigger house. Now you have more overhead. on maintaining the car or
You gotta
the
maintain that
house.
lifestyle. You gotta maintain
You
that
know what I
lifestyle
mean?
now.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We hear about it all the time with, let's say, like athletes going broke because they can't, cope with the fact that they're not making the amount that they were making before.
They're trying to keep it up.
They're trying to keep it up, and I feel like
They're not trying to revert to a smaller lifestyle.
Exactly.
I think the key to that too is like you see a lot of athletes like not going crazy with the cribs early. You know what I mean?
I mean, now more so because the awareness is up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these stories that we hear about, like the Allen Iversons, Delonte West,
Delonte West is a really like crazy situation.
Yeah, that's something that needs to be studied.
Yeah. There's drugs involved in that shit, but
Scottie
Lamar
Odom, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Like there's so many players. Like there's this one player I like in particular that I'm trying to remember because he made over 100 million and ended up being broke. His last name is Anderson, but I don't remember his first name. Regardless,
I felt like his name was like Moscato Anderson, something like that.
No, he went left, bro. He went left. But anyways, I'm saying that to say, the fact that like financially, when you obtain more, obviously just being human, you want to treat yourself to more, and it becomes a slippery slope where you go back to the whole rat race thing. I mean, the more you're spending on your overhead and trying to maintain, the more you're spending ultimately on maintaining the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're trying to maintain the lifestyle, it's always gonna be a problem at the end of the day. Like you gotta stay frugal, man.
I mean,
the reason why we brought up all those athletes and whatnot is because the fact that it's possible. It's possible to go broke. We've seen it, and the newer generation coming up, they see it too, so they know now what not to do. You know what I mean? Like, don't go too crazy with that first contract. The second contract is really, I would say their major goal would be the second contract.
Yeah.
I mean, we even had a player say, I think DeAndre Ayton, who played for the Lakers now, he said that when he got drafted, like, oh, what do you... The reporter was like, oh, what are you looking forward to, being in the league or whatever, and he was like, oh, yeah, you want to get that second contract. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which was horrible to say, obviously not professional, but he was just being real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, it's difficult. I mean, working so hard just to constantly pay bills and with random taxes just constantly, man, you just overwhelming sometimes, like it's tough, but like we just stated, trying to stay positive it's a mindset thing. It's all mindset thing that you really gotta work on.
Next topic: passive income myths and reality.
Passive income myths and reality. So what do you think one passive income myth is?
I think a myth of passive income is that it's truly passive in the sense that you don't have to do anything.
Oh yeah, like how what the ads are portraying us.
Yeah, like you put this money in, you get this property, and then you just make $300, $500 a month cash flow or whatever you're trying to do.
And you don't even got to see the property. You don't got to go there. You don't have to maintain it. You don't have to nothing.
Right. Like, and just like the hassle, people emailing you, calling you, hitting you up, things breaking, the stress, month to month. I'm just talking about the real estate aspect. Like people, every month is like a reset. Will they pay? Will they not? Like, playing that battle every year, you know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's the macroeconomic factors that also contribute to your problems, like, are things getting more expensive? Are there jobs? Are there, there's so many different aspects of it, like, is there other properties that your tenant might find more valuable for them, that so there's competition.
Yeah.
So there's those aspects that people don't consider, and that's only the real estate aspect. But obviously, like in terms of securities, investing, getting dividends. Yeah, it could be passive, but you have to be consistent on it, and you have to put a large amount of money
You do.
to even get, like, if you want to get $500 a month. I mean, if you're just
Well, you gotta find the right stock first of all.
I mean, average dividend yields are like 60, max 8-9% dividend yields. I mean, how much money is that to get $500? I mean, like, if you round that up and get 5%, I mean, you would need what?
It depends on the stock.
Yeah.
Because some offer more than others. I would say that, to go off of what you said, the myth with some people portraying that stocks will get you rich overnight, because I've even heard people like, oh yeah, I made $1,000 off stocks.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, since I've been dealing with the stock market for 5 to 7 years now, so I'm listening to that like, what are they talking about? I hope people really aren't thinking that you can make $1,000 off of stocks like overnight. They're making it seem like it's just quick. No, this takes years, depending on how much you put in it, and depending on the word you just said, consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is key. You have to put a lot of money into the market to really see your returns. You really do.
Right.
Yeah, it's not no overnight, like none of that. But the thing is, though, you will see the slow growth, though. I think that's the one thing that I love about when it comes to investing in stocks. Watching my portfolio grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that gives me dopamine. I love to see the portfolio go up. You know what I mean? Because we've done a lot of research on these companies, and use a lot of the products of these companies. So it makes me feel good to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like you're a part of something. Ownership. I love that. We need that. We need more of that. We need more people to need and want that. Why wouldn't you want to own stuff?
That is really the dilemma, and I think, in my opinion, the reason why people don't really want to own stuff is because it just comes down to what they value, it comes down to the
100%.
values. Like, if you value, I think it's not just some people, like, I think this stage that we would call the U.S. economy, it's a stage, and it's a performing act, and I think you have to keep the machine going. You have to keep people always chasing something, and it's the thing that they want you to chase is not homeownership. They want to keep you more in that consumer mindset where it's like it's forever changing what you want. Like, for example, something you wanted last year or 2 years ago is probably not something you wanted this year, and even though that might sound natural, but it's really not as natural as people think it is. Like, different products, different advertising, different this, different that. Like, for example, best example is the iPhone, right? iPhone, they label it, right? iPhone 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They could make an iPhone last. They could come out with an iPhone every 3 years. They could.
Yeah.
They don't need to come out with an iPhone every year,
Yeah,
but they want to keep you buying things. They want to keep you buying new iPhones every year.
And slap a new camera on the back and say, hey, new features.
They don't even need to come out with a 2K every year. They can just update it. They can send you an updated roster.
They could.
They can send you updated this. Don't they update GTA all the time? Do you talking about, you think 2K don't have the power to
They've
do?
been updating GTA for 11 years.
You don't think 2K doesn't have that capability? Madden don't have that capability? Come on, bro.
It's the same game, just different. But more so, like, the gameplay is different, though. Especially when you get to, like, next gen.
I think
say
even
different.
more.
You can do different things. Like, next year, probably have a better hurdling system because of Saquon Barkley's hurdle. You know what I mean?
I agree, but why is that a new game rather than just the update?
It could just update the game.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we keep the same game.
I ain't good. No, but at the same time, they do change working with different engines to make, let's say, like you see better sweat and stuff like that. Are you saying that should just come with the update too?
I mean, like
But you know what I
actually
mean by that,
changing
though.
they're changing the software they're using.
No, just the engineering. The engineering. I think it's two different things.
The
I don't know if it's
coding
the same thing.
behind it.
Yeah.
Let's not go too far into this one.
Yeah, because I don't really know much about that.
Like, yeah, but at the same time, I'm not saying never to come out with a new game. I said they don't need to come out with a new game every year.
Every year, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Once they feel like it's gonna be a tremendous change, we'll make a new game.
Going back to Apple, they done came out with the same phone for the
Right.
last 3 years,
I know they really have.
disrespecting us.
Still buying, man. Still buying it.
Talk about the camera stronger.
Exactly.
Camera this, camera that.
See it.
Stop it.
You can see it 2 feet further.
Stop it.
Go crazy.
A1 chip, A3 chip. Come on, bro. Stop playing around.
I know.
You know what I mean? Inch just a little closer to like something a little smaller, a little different, but like that's all I'm saying. And then also, you know, statistically, this is a fact. 70% of the U.S. is the largest economy in the world. 20.5 trillion in GDP annually, gross domestic product. 70% of the U.S. economy is consumer domestic spending. You and I going out to the grocery store. We spend more money than any other country. That's why when we go on vacation, they treat us so well, because we're the only country that's really tipping us and other like richer countries like France and England and all that stuff. We're the only ones really giving tips, bro. You know what I mean? We're paying whole people. So we going to Jamaica and we're spending whole people's salaries, annual salaries on a 5-day trip.
Yeah.
People don't realize these things. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Just to go home and back to reality. But it's more so like a coping mechanism.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like you feel good at the moment though. You know, you're getting
You do feel
escaping
good.
away from
Yeah.
reality.
How different cultures handle money in families. What are your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts are, I feel like Haitian. Well, first of all, I'm gonna speak for my Haitian culture first. I feel like the Haitian culture, especially like the older generations, they are very bad when it comes to saving and. Well, I can't say investing because the older Haitians don't invest, but when it comes to saving their money, I think they're terrible at it. I can't really say more so for the newer Haitian generation because we are part of that. I would say we're more open-minded to it because we are seeing what's going on in social media and the avenues are more open for us to do so. But as far as the Haitian culture is horrible. I mean, black culture, I think it's horrible.
That's crazy. Why do you think black culture is horrible?
I think the black culture is horrible because
Controversial.
I think that there's not enough of our people investing. Period. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really go to an event with a whole bunch of, like a random event with a whole bunch of black people and think that you're going to sit there and have a conversation about investing. You talk about sports.
True.
And entertainment, what's going on with, rappers or stuff like that, depending on, what type of black person you're talking to. Because there are those preppy black kids that probably don't even know what the hell you're talking about. But it's because they're different culture. You know what I mean? Like the preppy black kids.
With the whites?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you think white people talk about money a lot?
I think white people talk
like white young people are.
I think white people younger than us talk about money amongst each other more. Yes.
Making money.
Making money, yeah. Cool. I mean, because they have more of that advantage with their family.
So you think their family was talking about making money?
Absolutely. I mean, some of them have that trust fund. You know what I mean?
And they're aware of it. They're young. They're aware.
Absolutely.
They're aware
I say
of
their
it.
parents or
They already told them
already told them. Yeah,
like,
the fact that they're white, number one, with the advantage, and number two, their parents are great. I mean, their grandparents or great grandparents being born in this country is already that advantage. Even if you're black and your parents, your grandparents, or great grandparents were born in this country, you still have that disadvantage because they were all dealing with slavery. Well, not slavery, but like segregation. You know what I mean? So that would have to start more so your grandparents, and your grandparents was trying to play catch up. So they didn't really know what to teach your parents, and then your parents don't really know what to teach you as far as investing goes. It's up to you to take the initiative because the information's out there now to really want to learn how to invest on your own. And that's what we did. Our parents don't know anything about investing.
That almost made me tear a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, because when the way you broke that down was very well, and I mean, it felt very sincere and like emotional. Like you really feel like, you know what I mean? I really felt that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's true though.
do you feel like today, 2025, a black guy and a white guy like have the same opportunity, or do you feel that white kids in this day and age still have an advantage?
I believe that white kids in today's day and age still have an advantage. I mean, look who our president is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's blatantly out and open. The racism is still here. It's something that you can't really hide. And even though I feel like throughout the years it's been getting better, I don't think it'll ever go away. It's part of our history. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the white kids will always have that advantage.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of...
More so because of stereotype too. You know, a lot of police officers and people in general just stereotype black people as soon as you see, right?
I don't even think, like, I think it goes beyond stereotype at this point. I think there's just exclusion.
Exclusion?
Just like, just intentional exclusion. Like, we're going to attack these people because they're black. Like, I think at this point, as I get older, I'm like, no, you guys are like, it's just stereotype, because you saw something. No, like, you want to see what you're seeing.
Yeah, you want to see black people struggle. You want to see us fail.
You want to see
and
that,
the thing
bro.
is, though, it's sad, though, some black people want to see other black people fail. I mean, going back to the last episode when we talked about supporting black businesses. So, you got white people who want to see us fail, then you got our own people that want to see us fail, too. So, it's like, it's a lose-lose. So, that's why I would definitely, agree on the fact that white people have that advantage.
Whenever I see an instance when I see other black people who want to see other black people fail, that shit hurts, bro. It hurts so much because we can all win. You know what I mean? And like some of us have to win a little bit, a little faster or whatever. Like we're all running our own race, man. For you to want to pull somebody else down because you're not going at the same time as them.
Yeah, it's the barrel and the crab.
Crab in the barrel, yeah,
Crab
bro.
in the barrel.
Literally, you could say barrel in the crab because there's crabs walking around here with barrels. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say that.
Barrel in the crab.
You can say that too, for real. Like, but like, it's just sad, man.
Nah, I hate to see it too, and that's why I would love to see, more of our people.
Because that's the only way we're gonna get out of the situation. Because they're all all these other groups are working together.
Yeah, like look at Indians.
They're all
Lining
working
up like
together, man.
7-Elevens. Yeah. The Asians.
But we can't
The
just
Chinese stores.
we can't just look at other people, successful black people, and just think of violence or think of some type of. I think honestly, a lot of it, I feel like they're thinking about violence. How can we take it from him? How can we hurt him? You know what I'm saying? And
it's
then
sad.
It's sad, and you feel like white kids have an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty blatant. I don't think it's a secret, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's out in the open. They want to make it seem like it's not happening, but it's actually happening. You know what I mean? Like.
But do you think like the way the system is set up? Because I think some races will look at it and be like, all right, the system, like now y'all just making this choice. Like y'all not slavery no more. Now y'all just making this choice.
I mean, the fact that we're not banding together, like you were just saying, I think that hurts our chances of really advancing our culture, our people. You know what I mean? Like they're not banding together to make better decisions as far as investing goes.
Right.
Yeah, as far as investing goes, I'm only speaking on the investing aspect of it. It's just really bad. You know, like I mentioned, white people have that, like the trust funds, or as soon as they turn 18, they get a little bit of money, where we don't have that advantage. You know, most of them are stuck in the hood. Can't get up. Don't have anybody around them who invest in stocks, so they never really know about stocks in the first place, or investing in anything. It'll be harder to obtain a loan because they don't know about credit scores or anything financial. That's why, you know, they ultimately just resort to selling drugs, because that's what they see all their OGs doing, and they get money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they see it. They get money, so that's their way out. They see it. They don't have the money for the AAUs to play basketball, even if they're super talented. It's really hard to get out.
Yep.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a sad case, but sometimes it's just by default, and they just can't get out of their own little rat race, because they're having kids young, and then just the same thing happening over and over, where it will never be any different, because the parent, well, I'm not going to say never be any different, because obviously the child could grow up and do its own due diligence, because there's so much information out there, and have a different set of friend group, which plays a huge factor in how you think.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy though. It's really crazy. Like always, man, we definitely appreciate you guys sticking around for this episode. If you have any more comments down below on which we should talk about in future episodes, definitely leave that comment for us. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to keep up with our future videos.
Peace. I guess that's all I got, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, and see y'all next time.
Alright, man. Peace.